This is one of the most mysterious books ever found, and to this day no one has any idea what it is about. Hi, everyone. Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Voynich Manuscript. This is a book which was discovered over 100 years ago, but it still remains a mystery to this very day. When you open up the book, it has these strange illustrations throughout the entire thing with indecipherable text. And this is what makes it so interesting. It's been studied by some of the best minds around the world, but even they have admitted defeat in trying to figure out just what exactly this book is. The Voynich Manuscript gets its name from the man who purchased it, Wilfred Voynich, an antiquarian bookseller. Then in 1969, a man named Gordon Rugg joined the project and became the first person to study the illustrations in the book. Using this, he was able to see the text a lot clearer and was able to confirm something that everyone had suspected all along. The writing in the book is written in mirror script. What this means is that if you wanted to read the book, you would have to flip it upside down or use a mirror. In 1978, the scientist David Wineland claimed that the writing system was based on Hebrew characters. 3 years later, he would take this claim back, saying that he made a mistake. Since then, many people have attempted to decode the manuscript using various methods with no success. 5 years later, he would publish his findings. It is amazing to think that someone would have taken the time to draw such detailed pictures hundreds of years ago. He said that the book was written in a language that was a mix of Latin, Greek, and Hebrew. The illustrations of plants are not very realistic, meaning that they could be completely made up. This leads me to believe that the book could be some sort of fictional story, but this is only a theory. Now, we're going to look at some of the illustrations in greater detail. To be honest, I wouldn't want to encounter these creatures in real life. I don't know why, but I get the feeling that they aren't friendly. If this is true, then maybe the book is a guide of some sorts. Maybe it was used as a textbook to teach students about plants. The Rosicrucian theory seems to fit with this idea, as they were rumored to have been studying alchemy. In total, there are over 200 illustrations in the book. These illustrations are similar to what you might see in an astronomy book, except these are unlike anything I've ever seen before. They don't seem to match up with any known constellation, meaning that they could be fake or that the constellations have changed over the years. Each one is unique and breathtaking in its own way. The text seems to be written in an alphabet that doesn't exist. It has also never been seen anywhere else. Here is a close-up of the writing. Throughout the entire thing, there are over 200 different images, many of which I didn't even mention. Personally, I think it's a real ancient book, but I'm not sure what it's about. It's possible that it will never be decoded, and we may never know the truth behind it. I hope that one day it is solved, but until then, we can marvel at the beautiful pictures inside of it. Some of the images are too graphic for me to show you on YouTube, and some of them I just haven't been able to identify. I did my best to go through each image and figure out what it was, but I wasn't always successful. We know that the letters appear to be individual words, meaning that if we can figure out what these words mean, we would have a much easier time understanding the book. Unfortunately, no one has been able to figure out what the words mean. You can see how detailed each letter is. The way it curls and intertwines is unlike anything I've ever seen before. According to Stephen, the book is about alchemy and contains instructions on how to make gold. However, this translation hasn't been accepted by the scientific community. Many people believe that Stephen was either lying or that he only partially decoded the book. In his book, he classified the illustrations into 6 categories: botanical, astronomical, biological, geological, a section labeled L, and one he called M. He bought it in 1912 from a dealer in Italy. The bookseller had acquired it from a Jesuit college in Italy, where it was said to have come from a monastery in northern Italy. Some people believe that it could be a coded version of Hamlet, while others believe that it is the journal of an alien who came to Earth and wrote about the flora and fauna they saw. These drawings are seen as representations of the Rosicrucians, who were rumored to have special powers. Of course, this is only a theory, and we don't have any proof that the two are connected. One of the more popular theories is that it was written by a secret society called the Rosicrucians. The Rosicrucian movement was a spiritual group that emerged in Europe in the early 17th century. They believed that they were spreading the message of a secret master named Christian Rosenkreuz. But not much is known about them today besides some texts that they left behind. One of these texts is the Fama Fraternitatis, which is supposedly written in cipher and has never been decoded. Some people believe that this book is actually the key to understanding the Voynich Manuscript. However, there's no record of this book in the monastery's catalog, so this part of the story might be false. There are those who believe that this book might actually have come from the lost library of Leonardo da Vinci, but unfortunately there's no evidence to prove this theory. It's believed that the book was written sometime during the 15th century, making it somewhere between 600 to 700 years old right now. As I mentioned, the book got its name from the man who purchased it, Wilfred Voynich. After he died in 1930, his widow offered the manuscript to Yale University. They declined it because they felt like it was a hoax. And that's when the bookseller's son, Gerald, decided to try and sell it to other institutions, including Oxford University. It was turned down once again until someone finally took interest in it, a man named Hans Bell, who was a professor of Slavic languages. Bell became fascinated by the text and spent 15 years trying to decipher it. His work with the book was published in 1948. It was here that we learned some basic facts about it, such as the fact that it had 240 pages and was written entirely in a single column. In addition to this, the book consists of 17 chapters, each starting on a fresh leaf. After Bell passed away, the book remained at Oxford for another 20 years before anyone really looked at it. In 1978, a scientist named David Wineland joined the team, and he used X-ray technology to see through the pages of the book without damaging them. Over the years, the theories as to what the book might be have varied wildly. Another reason why people think this is the case is that in some of the illustrations, there seems to be a stick figure type drawing of a man with wings. There have also been several hoaxes over the years, attempting to show that the book can be decoded or that it's simply a modern fake. In 2012, a computer programmer and cryptographer named Stephen J. claimed that he had cracked the code. One of the main reasons why it is so difficult to figure out what the book says is because of the text itself. There are a few things that we do know about the writing though. While the writing is undoubtedly strange and mysterious, the illustrations in the book are probably what make it so fascinating. Just look at how beautiful they are. So far we've gone over the history of the book as well as some of the theories surrounding it. Many of the illustrations appear to be of plants, but it seems to be a mix of real and fake plants. Some people have pointed out that the plant drawings seem to match up with those in other manuscripts that we know to be real. There are also a number of illustrations that appear to be stars or constellations. There are also illustrations of mythical creatures like dragons and monsters. These illustrations are quite scary looking. But these are only a small portion of the images in the book. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think the book is about? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. Thank you so much for watching.